What's going on, MSFers? Doolum here, and today we're going to be talking about six characters that have been in the meta the absolute longest in the entire game as of the time of recording this in October of 2025. And first up is going to be Mysterio. So Mysterio has been in the meta for quite a long time. Pretty much since his release, he has been absolutely insane. And let me tell you, it's not because of his speed at 110. It's mainly because of his kit. The big part of his special is going to be in war. This attack gains 100,000% extra focus, which is absolutely nuts. We've got a blind to primary target, and if he has 2 or more superior 6 allies, blind to all enemies instead. Apply ability block for 2 turns to the primary target and once to a random adjacent enemy. Also gaining assist from Sinister 6 allies and gaining an assist from a random ally as well. So very strong. Amazing special here, and he keeps just getting better with these additions of Superior 6, these additions of Insidious 6 now as well. Just absolutely amazing. His ultimate is okay, nothing too crazy. The best part about it is going to be flipping all positive effects on all enemies as long as you have 2 Superior 6 allies. The ability block and Disrupted is also very solid as well. I really enjoy that. And then this was a little bit of a mistake. In war, this attack gains 100,000% extra focus. That was not supposed to be the case. That was an uh-oh, and then they ended up leaving it in the game. So shout out to Scopely for that one, because this makes him absolutely nutty in war, even at a low level. I mean, you see what I have him here as. He's gear tier 18, level 100, and I have not touched him in a long time. He was sitting at gear tier like 13 for a while. And then I ended up taking him up because he's mainly just kit-based. He doesn't need stats, but with Overpowered, he definitely would benefit from being a little bit higher, but I'm stubborn. So, and then we have the passive as well. On spawn, apply Deflect to Self and Sinister 6 allies. Gain immunity in war, gain 2 charge up to a max of 5. Summon 3 mirror images. If this character has 2 or more superior 6 allies, enemies cannot gain immunity. Period, plain and simple. It can't be resisted, can't be stopped, they can't gain immunity. It's not just on spawn, it's forever, the entire fight. And this has been used so much going against Apocalypse compositions, making sure he doesn't have that Safeguard immunity. He'll still have Safeguard, but guess what? You don't have immunity, you're going to get ability blocked after you get rewound by Green Goblin Classic. So very cool. I absolutely love that. On Mirror Image Death, he also gains Stealth as well. He's also gaining 20% focus per non-summoned Spider-Verse ally. Spider-Verse allies are gaining extra focus and max health as well, which is very cool. I absolutely love Mysterio. He's been in the meta for so long, and I am so happy about it. And with these new reworks to Insidious 6 as well, he's just going to continue staying in the meta, just as is Vulture. That's right, Vulture actually did benefit from a stat rework with the Insidious 6. So he doesn't have the Insidious 6 tag, but he's obviously got Sinister 6, which makes him extremely good. He's got a base speed of 127, which is pretty fast. But his passive is obviously what makes him go even faster. So on spawn, fill speed bar by 10%. That happens in every single battle, no matter what. So he's going to be going at 139 speed, almost 140 speed, because 10% of 127 is 12.7, right? So no matter what, he's going very fast. Now, every time there's a hero enemy on the other side, it's another 10%. So technically, this can go at a 60% speed bar immediately, as long as nothing's stopping speed bar, which is absolutely nuts. If this character has 2 Insidious 6 allies, the 2 new ones, obviously 2 of the new ones, right? Allies fill speed bar for Shocker and all Insidious 6 allies by 10% as well, which is catching a lot of people off guard in Crucible right now when they're throwing them on defense. Very nice. They're a little bit faster than people are expecting. After all characters have spawned in at the start of the match, if this character has 2 superior 6 allies and any enemies have speed up, apply speed up to Self and all Sinister 6 allies. On offense specifically, clear speed up from all enemies and apply slow for 2 turns. This was absolutely pivotal when we were first trying to figure out how to counter Illuminati, and we were able to stop that charge mechanic from Black Panther Shuri with Old Man Logan, and then we were able to essentially put speed up on our team, make sure we were able to go first, and then get going, obviously, which is absolutely awesome. Then on any death, which is why he's such a great pair with Mysterio, gain 2 Deflect. Also fills speed bar by 25%. Absolutely nuts there. He's also getting block chance for each hero enemy as well. He's got 50% drain, and he gives that drain to his superior 6, Sinister 6, and Insidious 6 allies as well. Absolutely nuts. Let's talk about the basic as well, because even his basic is nutty. If the target is below 50% max health, this attack deals an additional 150% damage. But the bread and butter of this is it's 400% damage when they're under 50% health, but it's also 40% damage per negative effect on the primary target. And there's going to be a lot of negative effects with Green Goblin Classic, Trauma, Heal Block. We got Ability Block and Blind from Mysterio. We've got Bleed. I mean, there's so many negative effects that can be out there, and this hits like a freight train. And if you have Striker as well, this does affect the Striker attack, so you could double hit for millions and millions and millions. I've seen like 25 million hits already with the new reworked Vulture in raids just messing around. He's really, really good. His special goes off turn 1. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 300% damage. Clear 2 positive effects from each target. Apply offense down for 2 turns and apply slow for 2 turns. It also gains extra focus. This guy was used to counter Black Knight a little bit in the beginning because of this extra focus to get off that taunt and get off that defense up right away and then be able to control him, which is why Superior 6 was actually able to take out Black Knight comps even when he first came out, because you were able to then ability block him with Kraven, get the rewind with Green Goblin Classic. All that good stuff made that absolutely amazing, and he was pivotal to that to get off that immunity. Then we've got Supersonic, the ultimate. One of my favorite ultimates in the entire game. Attacks all enemies 300%, 20% damage, and reduce the speed bar by 25%. It also does an extra 200% damage to targets below 50% max health. Vulture is by far one of my favorite characters in the game, kit-wise, and just how versatile he truly is. I mean, he's plug and play with Sinister 6, plug and play with Superior 6, plug and play with Insidious 6, and then just plug and play in general, because he's filling speed bar by 10% no matter what, and then potentially up to another 50% per hero enemy. So he can be used in a lot of places. And if there's ever room rules for Cosmic Crucible that lower the ability cost of ultimates, he's going to ult turn 1 very fast and get a rewind, and that is absolutely invaluable. I love Vulture. He's so fun, so cool, and he never ceases to amaze me at how good he truly is. Next up, we got Hela. Hela's an obvious one, right? Because of Undying. Phoenix is going to get this call out as well, as kind of like an honorable mention because of Phoenix Force. But Hela's been in the meta since she came out, dude. And then we had Zombie Iron Man come out, and she was thrust right back into the meta. And she's going to be there for a long time, especially with the addition of Zombie Kestrel this Halloween season. She is just continuing to get better and better and better, and she just got a pretty big stat rework as well with Zombie Kestrel's announcement. So she is absolutely nuts. There's so many things that make her just do amazing. And then we've got my favorite Undead Asgardian, Greg. He's amazing too. He's super fun. I love her kit. So on spawn, summon an Undead Asgardian, Zombie Iron Man or Juggernaut. Zombie as an ally gains stealth, so a little bit of protect mechanic there. On an Undead Asgardian's death, summon an Undead Asgardian, gain 1 death proof up to a maximum of 3. On turn, heal self by 5% of max health, 5% of max health per non-summon Undying Asgardian ally. Amazing. When this character drops below 50% max health, if a Zombie Iron Man is an ally, summon an Undead Asgardian ally and apply taunt to all Undead Asgardian allies. This effect can only trigger once per match. And now Kestrel is giving those Gregs taunt on spawn, which is absolutely nuts. So really cool. Also gaining max health per non-summon Undying ally. Also, focus as well, which is amazing. A lot of stuff in war as well. And the big thing about her is going to be the ult, where you're going to spread all positive effects except for stun, right? When Zombie Iron Man's an ally. Absolutely amazing. Very strong, especially in war. Pairing up with all those bleeds that you're going to be getting is very cool. Also getting regenerations, and it gains 5,000% extra focus. It cannot be blocked, and characters by this attack cannot be revived. And now it is unavoidable as well with Zombie Kestrel. The special, nothing too crazy. Disrupted, bleeds, a little bit of damage. Call a random non-summon Undying ally to attack the primary target and gain an assist from Greg. And then we didn't talk about the Greg dying. Where's Greg dying? Is that going to be in Greg's kit? Probably. Yeah, on death, reduce speed bar of all enemies by 10%. This is really nice too whenever the Gregs die. Very strong, very useful. And then even the special is nice because you're putting bleed and heal blocks out there, 400% piercing, and you are getting extra focus as well. You're also clearing revive once if Zombie Iron Man is an ally, which is also nuts. The attack can't miss. It's a permanent kill. Like, this is one of the best summons in the game. This guy is really, really cool. I love Hela. She's so fun. She's so awesome. And she just continues getting better as they're adding more Undying members. And it's going to be the same way for Phoenix as more of those Phoenix Force members are being added. So absolutely amazing. Next up, Apocalypse. That's right. I'm kind of shocked Apocalypse is still being used. He came out 2.5 years ago. And I think that's a testament to how well this kit was made after the 3rd attempt of reworks and stuff. But let's not talk about that, shall we? Tangled Web killing him day 1. That was pretty funny. But like, how good he truly is, especially Awakened. Like, the difference between Unawakened and Awakened Apocalypse is 2 different characters, right? So the basic here, gain offense up and speed up, heals by 5% of this character's max health, does damage to primary and adjacent, 100% drain, bleed. When he has charge, you can stun him as well. It's unavoidable, cannot be blocked. The special, ability block, drain, piercing, vulnerable, offense down, defense down, trauma, redistribution of health, ignores defense up. Like, there's so many things. Then we have the ultimate as well, where he goes and slaps everybody, gives them the nice backhand, clears barrier on all enemies, attacks all enemies for 500% damage, and drain again. So the survivability is amazing. Flip defense up on all enemies. Flip 2 random positive effects into negative effects. Apply trauma, bleed, and slow to all enemies. Become empowered and fill speed bar by 100% plus 10% for each horseman ally. And that can overcap as well. The empower, the good old Falcon Punch. And I think this is why he is as good as he is. And he will continue being good because he gets 60% of the target's max health. No matter what, so no matter how old his stats are and how far he is out of the meta, 60% of the target's max health will always be 60%. So that is always amazing. It also ignores death proofs and passives that trigger when character drops below a certain health. So really good for Thanos endgame as well. Very amazing. I love this guy's kit, especially once they finally got it right. And then we got the passive as well. Can't be revived. The speed of this character and each ally can only be reduced by slow, akin to Nightcrawler. At the start of the match, enemy characters cannot gain safeguard. We still use him for that. On spawn, he gets charge immunity. We're also getting some pretty awesome on stun, clear stun, and heal block, then heal for 20%. We also have lower the focus of the first enemy to take a turn in the match by 200%. That was to counter Spider-Man 2099. When he drops below 50% health, he gets 50% speed bar, heals, defense up. Everybody, he gets 70% max health. Everybody else gets 20. He gets 20% damage. Everybody else gets 20. He's got counterattack per villain ally as well. Like, this guy does it all. He's also got extra accuracy in arena and war. This guy is such a great kit, such a well-made character, and I'm so happy because this was the first time we had like a thematic release to a character, and I'm so glad they hit it out of the park with him, and he is still useful. God bless this game. If he ever gets a rework, he is going to be an absolute shit kicker. If he ever gets new stats, I am absolutely terrified for that. Let's hope not, but Apocalypse, 10 out of 10 character, absolutely amazing, has been in the meta for so long, ever since he was released, and I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. Next up, Cable. That's right, Cable did get a rework recently, but he was used even before his rework, and the main reason why was going to be this passive here. On spawn, fill speed bar by 5% for self and all allies, and this was a big thing that was used in conjunction with Hawkeye and OG Emma to be able to counter Super Scroll when Dorky found that insane counter with the Hawkeye rewind, the Cable, all that kind of stuff. Absolutely nuts. Really cool. And that 5% speed bar has been a way to kind of break ties for so long. He was meta on arena defense for a long time to break those speed ties, all that kind of stuff. Absolutely amazing. And now with the rework, he does a lot of stuff too. So like the special does a really big rewind as well on the primary target by 50%, 10% rewind on everybody else, which is absolutely amazing. Also does some pretty good damage as well. And then the ultimate, really strong, 530% damage, fill speed bar for a random Deadpool and a random Jean Grey ally by 70% as well. If you get a kill, gain an assist. This character has a Jean Grey ally. You're flipping 2 positive effects and flipping 2 negative effects as well. It's unavoidable unavoidable, cannot be blocked. Amazing. If on his basic he doesn't have charge, he gets 80% speed bar as well, which is really, really good. Like, Cable is an all-around good character just because of the passive, and then he got better because he actually does damage now, and that turn meter rewind is such a pivotal part of the Immortal X-Men kit of rewinding them with obviously Jean Grey. Especially you're getting that stun out there from Storm, and then you're getting that extend and spread and even bigger rewind from Rachel Summers as well. So absolutely amazing character. And then last but certainly not least, yeah, it's OG Emma, man. This is a character I never thought would get a rework, and if you asked me a month or two ago before Hellfire was announced if she would get a rework, I would have said absolutely not. So Emma Frost, absolutely nuts, right? Like, she's not here for speed. She's not here because her speed stat is fast, 111% speed, 111 speed. No, she's here just for this. Apply negative 10% speed to all enemies. And this has been the most game-breaking part of any passive in the entire game that the developers have had to work around so many different ways, such as speed cannot be affected for all allies like Apocalypse has, Nightcrawler has, Captain Britain has for Illuminati allies. Just so many different ways to work around this because this passive has been an absolute thorn in the developer's side. She's even used today to counter the arena meta, and people are bringing APOC back into the arena meta on defense to stop Emma from being able to slow down their team, right? It's absolutely insane that this one line could change the fabric of Marvel Strike Force. And then her kit continues to get better. We have a full team cleanse here, applying immunity to self and all mutant villains, and applying slow to all enemies as well. She's gaining charge, and the charge mechanic is very cool. 400% armor and 500% resistance as well. Very, very, very good. On War Offense, she gets a call out as well. Apply defense up for 2 turns to all mutant allies. And that's the T4. We'll give it to everybody. It's a 50% without the T4. So for Hellfire, good on her there. And then the ultimate, really, really cool as well. If charged, clear all positive effects from all enemies. Apply blind to the primary target. Mind control the 2 enemy or ally characters with the most damage to attack the primary target. Controlled characters gain 40% damage for this attack. If this primary target is killed, apply blind to the non-summoned enemy with the most speed bar. Gain 10,000% extra accuracy, extra focus for this action. I mean, that can't not happen, right? With the extra focus, which is awesome. And then you're using their damage against them. So you're giving them 40% more damage, which is essentially overpowered, right? And you're making them attack their own characters, which is absolutely awesome. So her stats don't matter that much, but now she's got so much more survivability at 11 million health with that extra resist and extra focus when she's got her charge mechanic. She actually has some pretty nuts damage, even though only her basic is what does damage, which is still pretty good. Clear 2 positive effects and flip 2 positive effects to negative effects. But really, really nice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Emma Frost has been in the meta for the longest. She will continue being in the meta for the longest just because of that passive, and she will be here forever. There's no getting around her unless they take that line out of her kit, and they did not do that with the rework, so I do not see that happening absolutely ever. Let me know if there's anybody else in the meta that has been in there just as long or even longer than anybody that I talked about. I'd love to see what you guys think in the comment section. Until next time, this has been Dolam. Later, MSFers.